Okay, so in the final game we're going to look at in this section is really an example of how easily it can go wrong for black. So this is a game, Emil Sutovsky against L van Wely. And in this game, Sutovsky is able to carry out white's strategic plan to perfection, where he's basically playing for the queenside pawn assault, as we discussed earlier.
So this is the kind of game where, as black players in Nigel, you have to be aware of what your opponent's trying to do, and obviously in this game Van Wely did not stop it, but hopefully you guys will. By the way, I was wondering, Danny, throughout the filming of this DVD, I think you should get more in shot here if you can move over a little
just
bit.
move over.
Show you why have you got? I'm just wondering, why have you got a big C on your shirt? Is it short for something?
Well, to talk about short, it's actually sent to me by Nigel Short, funnily enough. I got this package through the post, and hopefully I said, kind regards, Nigel Short.
And did it say 3 letters missing?
Yeah, something
like that.
Yeah.
Use your imagination, but okay, sorry.
Yeah. So basically, I didn't really understand what he was talking about.
No, neither do I. But anyway, let's. Are you good friends with Nigel?
We're very good friends. Apparently, he's invited me out to a desert island or something to do with a desert island. There was some.
I saw an interview, and the interview which Nigel did, Nigel was asked the question, who would you least want to be stuck on a desert island with? And his answer was Gormally. Would you like to be stuck on a desert island with Nigel?
Well, I can actually think of a few people I would like to be stuck on a desert island with, but probably Nigel wouldn't be at the top of the list.
Well, you could probably eat him.
There's a few.
That's one good thing.
There's a few swimsuit models, maybe Sports Illustrated or whatever.
Well, by the time this DVD comes out, he could be FIDE president, and Elvis could reappear on Earth as well. But anyway, okay. So let's show the game anyway.
Anyway, we digress. So in this game, Sutovsky's playing white and L van Wely.
So this is why we're looking at it from the white side again, just to confuse you. but
it's just an example, really, where things go horribly wrong.
So here, by the way, I just want to say, after King H1,
sure,
we let's just go back one move. Queen C7 was played after King H1,
but
we like to move B6 here. And
we quite like to move B6. But
can we flip that around? Just flip the board around so we can just show that from the black perspective.
Sure.
So B6, as Vidit played, looks like a really nice
with the
move.
idea of Bishop B7, really, and Knight BD7, and a very simple development for black.
So maybe that's
actually a good move for white. From what I remember, is Bishop G5.
Okay.
Again, you're fighting for the D5 square.
Sure.
So this is quite a well-known, and then I think black can maybe play Bishop B7 anyway. There's some line like you take and then go Knight D5, but we're kind of going too deeply into the theory. But basically, there's lots of different ways to play for. That's one of the problems with chess theory now. There's so many different ways to play.
Yeah.
As long as you're familiar with the basic themes. Now, black plays Queen C7. So Van Wely is another one of these guys, a bit like his opponent Sutovsky, who's an expert. Van Wely is probably one of the main experts on the Neudorf over the last 20 years or so.
Yeah.
But this game goes rather horribly wrong for him, as we shall see. White plays G4, very aggressive play by Sutovsky, typically aggressive.
And he's trying to get control of D5 square.
So it's both a strategic and an attacking move. As you say, you're gaining control of D5 square, but just in case, you've also got these pawns in a very promising attacking position for white. So again, white played Knight D5.
And this structure, we've been looking at it again. I'm going to flip the board. This is the kind of structure we've been looking from the black side without the pawn here.
Sure.
And we've been saying, the idea of F5 is very playable idea, but now look at the thing you should avoid. So we're going to put it back on white's perspective, and show us how white gains everything he wants here.
Well, I think the problem is, Simon, that because white's already got his pawn to G5, suddenly this F5 break becomes maybe slightly less appealing, because white can take en passant.
Yeah.
So after white took, in some ways black would like to take, and then we get this typical play, maybe with
even F4 is
F4 is very interesting. F4 maybe I'd take, and then go Bishop D6. It's so bad for me.
Maybe black should have played this anyway, but
but the problem is that if white was just say to build up, now F5 becomes less appealing because we're going to take.
Yeah.
And of course, you don't really want to take here because suddenly we get all these chances on the king's side. If we take with a bishop, then something
D6.
like this can go horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's just an example of the fact that I think black's already slightly misplayed the position, possibly. He took with a queen. But we just want to show you the main idea of what white is aiming for, really. This is the main purpose of showing you this game. We don't want to go too heavily into the variations. And this, of course, is where white plays a move b4.
Yeah.
So essentially this is the sort of position he's aiming for. He's got the two bishops.
Yeah.
He's got this potential queenside pawn assault.
Yeah.
And really, to utilise his power to two bishops, he wants to open the position up. The move c5 will open up the position in his favour if he times it correctly. Again, I think maybe black should think about the move b6, possibly just to slow this c5 move down. Okay, bishop g4, typical tactical trick by Sutovsky. If black was to take, then of course the knight on d7 is hanging, so taking on c4 is no longer an option. So black played rook d8.
Sutovsky clearly is clearly outplaying. Van Wely.
Yeah, Sutovsky's white. He's clearly outplaying Van Wely.
Oh, I've got the names mixed up here, but it doesn't matter. Okay,
Yeah.
So Van Wely should be black here, Sutovsky should be white, but we're not going to change it now because we can't be asked. But anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the name's the wrong way round. So,
oh, right.
At the top, but sorry.
Right, you've ruined the whole video, Simon. Never mind.
Get out of here. It doesn't matter. We're showing the main ideas.
Yeah, we're showing the main
That's what
idea.
counts.
Yeah. Right.
And let's just go to where white gets the main move.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah,
Here.
maybe.
Bang.
Yeah, this is really the whole point of showing this game. White plays the move c5.
And now this is horrible for black. Yeah, the pawns are coming. Black hasn't got the counterplay.
Absolutely.
This is what you've got to avoid as black. This kind of position, because white's got absolutely everything he wants.
Suddenly, these bishops are really working now,
Yeah.
and they're doing their magic basically. Yeah. Now, if you take on c5, it's certainly possible that white could simply take back. But I think the simplest continuation, is what we want to play. We want to play simple chess, and I think the simplest continuation is maybe just to take.
Take on c5.
Is that possible, or am I allowing this queen g4 counterplay? Maybe.
Well, maybe just queen c4 or something.
If you go queen g4, I mean, basically, if you don't, I'm strategically winning. If you don't gain any counterplay, I'm strategically winning. But queen c4
should be covering everything. I mean, black's only got the queen attacking.
He's only got the queen attacking, and
d6 is coming.
d6 is coming. I mean, also, it might even be possible to actually take that pawn on c5, and then when you take, I've got queen b5.
Threatening queen e8, threatening that pin, and it's horrible. It's horrible.
This looks winning for white, actually.
It does.
For example, rook b6, queen check, and then bishop takes c5. So don't even allow the counterplay with the light squares, with the queen coming to the king side. So don't even allow that, really.
So this is what to avoid. This is what to avoid.
This is absolutely what you want to avoid. And should I just show you a few more moves, or not really? Well, I am going to show a few more moves. I'm sorry, but I'm going to show a few more moves.
Overruled.
Well, I just want to show how I'm a bit of a sadist side. I just want to show like an even more painful position for black.
Okay.
But yeah, basically we get the idea that once we get c5 in, it's just very, very powerful.
Yeah.
And black needs to avoid this kind of position.
Yeah.
So, do whatever you can to try and avoid to get into that kind of passive position where you're basically getting overwhelmed. So basically the strategic plan is black plays for a sort of an attack on the king's side, potentially with a move f5, and white on the other hand is going to build for the c5. So it's really an idea, sort of a clash of ideas.
Right, let's move on to the next idea now, I think, Danny, and